Welcome to M Squared TechCast, a live show offering the latest news and interviews with the people driving business, technology, and politics in Michigan. Now, your hosts, Matt Roush and Mike Brennan.
Hi there, it's Matt Roush.
Yes, and Mike Brennan, you gotta love technology.
And we're back with another segment of the M Squared TechCast right here at Podcast Detroit.
Yes, and we had hoped to be in the new TV studios, but our Monday morning perils continue. And we're told that maybe next week on the 29th we'll actually be in there. Let's keep our fingers crossed. But in the meantime, we have Sean, is it Gayden?
Yes, Gayden.
Okay, CEO of Intecells?
Yes, Intecells.
Yes.
Gosh, I'm doing good. Normally I just butcher pronunciation.
Absolutely.
Yes, actually she's your guest, so why don't you talk a little bit about her?
Okay. Well, Intecells is a startup company involved in the lithium-ion battery business, and they are working on introducing some pretty disruptive technology that will both improve the performance and form factor of lithium-ion batteries and make them less expensive to produce. But I'm going to let Sean talk about that. And we'll also talk about the fact that they are a client of the Centrepolis Accelerator, which is a hardware business accelerator that is co-run by the city of Southfield and my employer, Lawrence Technological University. That's why we ring the shameless plug bell, because whenever we do a shameless plug for our employers, we just let people know that we're plugging our employer.
We do, yes.
So Sean, tell me a little bit about, let's start sort of before Intecells. What is your background and how did you happen to get into this industry?
Thank you, first of all, for having me here.
Sure.
Great pleasure to introduce Intecells at this platform. I spent most of my career, 27 around years, in the automotive industry. So that was my background until I found that there's even bigger, more interesting, intriguing challenges that is battery manufacturing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what problems are you solving with this? Well, first, tell me a little bit about the company's technology. What is it that you're proposing to do?
Okay. When most of people hear about battery startup, most people will assume, another battery plant or battery material developer. And there are a lot of those very successful ones in the last decade. So what Intecells is set up for is that we want to focus on an area that hasn't gotten a lot of attention, which happens to be kind of the linchpin, and it is critical to get us into the next generation in terms of cost, both the integration of materials into the battery manufacturing, and also how you integrate the battery itself into an end-use product, from wearable cell phones all the way to electrical vehicles and grid storage. So we're looking at changing the way we use the material to make batteries, how you build the batteries from cell level all the way to pack in an entirely different way, because this is where you get the most benefit. There are a lot of smart people working in this area globally, but why do we still see an opportunity for a startup like us? That's why, because I think the manufacturing process needs to be upgraded because it's already run kind of into some of the limitations.
Okay, so what problem are you solving with the manufacturing process?
Very simply, we want to make the battery cost less and perform more efficiently, both in terms of making it smaller, more flexible form factor, and also last longer. So we all have the experience of wishing you didn't have to charge battery I do charge my cell phone 3 times a day.
Right.
That's eventually make it more efficient in terms of cost, in terms of volume, so in terms of integration, form factor. That will open up a lot of new applications that are not possible today for everybody.
And you have some news to announce. I know it's not on our sheet here, but you just got a new round of funding and a new business partner. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So Intecells was founded about almost 2 years ago by myself and a German company. I was a equipment manufacturer. They're a global leader. So we self-funded for the first 18 months, and we just closed our first round, a VC round. Got a lot of support from our potential customers and a lot of collaborations around the globe.
And you have a strategic partner that you're now working with.
Yes, that is also the co-founder, but they also separated themselves as a separate role as a strategic partner, and together with other German and U.S. national labs and universities.
So what does that German partner do? I know your technology involves the use of some kind of plasma technology, right? Talk about that a little bit if you could.
Yes. This is a special type of plasma technology, cold plasma, non-thermal. It's not normally recognized, especially in the battery field. This company, our manufacturer strategic partner, they have been doing this in developing the technology since the 90s. They have successfully developed multiple applications, touches on almost every aspect of industries, from healthcare to consumer products. Baby divers, I like to use that example, and then automotive. Automotive is the main applications field. So they have the know-how, but the existing technology needs to be modified, adapted, and we need to take it to a different direction in order to serve the battery industry. So having this the partner will save us a lot of time. They have the infrastructure, they have the knowledge, technical know-how. That's how we can quickly get to the market for our customers.
And who are those customers? Who will your customers be?
Yeah, our customers are battery manufacturers, people who are actually making batteries for example, automotive, for OEMs. We give them better tools, whether it's a better equipment, better process, better design, and be able to allow them to make use of materials to make battery more efficient. So we sell to battery manufacturers. We don't make the cells, at least at this point, ourselves. We don't want to compete with them, but we help them. We help the material suppliers be the better bridge between the material supplier and battery manufacturers.
And as we know, all the automakers now are sort of, wouldn't say skipping over hybrids, they're still hybrids, but they're making a big push into totally electric vehicles. So being able to increase the range, reduce the weight, reduce the cost, those are all real critical, right?
Absolutely. Well, bottom line is the cost for consumers and affordability.
Right.
And if I have to think about trade my, Chevrolet, Tahoe or my vehicle today serves my purpose. I don't necessarily need something new, but until you can present a cost benefit,
right,
and it's quiet, acceleration is great, and it also protect the environment, but it has to be affordable.
Yeah,
So
I've heard stories that people are willing to pay a 5% premium above and beyond for advanced technologies, but once you get beyond that 5% point, then there's a little pushback. In other words, they'll spend a little extra, but not a lot extra, right?
Yeah. So it takes a better way of looking at how future electrical vehicle batteries can be integrated.
So why Michigan for this startup? Why did you start it here?
Well, Michigan is really what I've been calling home for the last 30 plus years. And I owe to Michigan, especially the automotive industry, everything I know today. So it makes sense. Plus, there's no reason why Michigan can't be the next Silicon Valley, because battery manufacturing has been shifting eastward. And we see if we change the fundamental, the DNA of battery manufacturing, that could give Michigan and the U.S. a unique opportunity to be not only competitive, but be the leader.
Yeah, I know the MEDC and the governor is pushing for that, and the previous governor as well, Governor Snyder, they really want to make us the epicenter of the brains of the auto industry, and particularly in the electric space and autonomous vehicles.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about what Centrepolis Accelerator in Southfield is doing for you.
One thing I did not expect when I first started the company was how much help there is in Michigan from the government, from MEDC, SBDC. I've benefited so much from day one. This is pretty much how we made it to this point. Yes, VC is important, but when you first started, you really didn't know whether you're going to make it or not. It's all these help that I've got from LTU and Centrepolis and SBDC, people helping me from the business plan to financial forecast, from networking, just patent research and just fantastic. I would say that was a surprise. I did not expect because I've been in the corporate world, did not get chance to see it. And I would say any new startups, Michigan is a great place to start.
Got about 3 minutes left.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask the Matt question here.
Go ahead, Matt.
Okay. All right. Are you hiring right now, and what kind of skill sets are you looking for?
Thank you for the question. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We are touching on a non-conventional battery manufacturing skill set. As I said, it's a game-changing way of making batteries. So therefore, we not only need the materials, the chemists, the battery materials expertise, and traditional, but we're also looking at people who have done, for example, semiconductor manufacturing or automation or AI. So all disciplines will have a role to play in our company, and we need them to build an ecosystem, not just one. This is a huge undertaking. We're just being the kind of the pioneer. I hope more people will join us.
Huh. Well, certainly AI is very big everywhere, and hopefully it'll become big here as well. We're not. This country is sort of into AI, but not as big as China is into AI, and so hopefully we'll be changing that as we move forward.
So, what do you see as your biggest challenge at this point?
As in any new startup, it's always a challenge to decide how much you invest before you have the revenue coming in. And we play that balance because I don't want to see us putting a lot of money just to develop and then look for customers. So from day one, we've always followed the philosophy of making sure you're working on the right thing for your customers, since we have very specifically defined who our customers are.
Right.
So, and then again, you have to have something to show that prove that your technology works before customers believe in you.
Sure.
So that balance is going to continue as any stage of our company. So we don't want to, work on the wrong thing and not having the results. Don't want to oversell.
Okay, 1 minute left.
Okay. So do you have a website up at this point, or?
As you speak this morning, we're just start to get that up and running, but it's going to take a couple months to get it out.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
The company's name is Intecells, Intecells. They are a client company of the LTU Centrepolis Accelerator.
And if somebody wants to reach out to you, since you do not have a website, how would they do that?
It will be info, INFO, at Intecells.com.
Okay. Thanks very much, Sean Gayden, co-founder of Intecells. That's a company in Southfield that is looking to revolutionize the lithium-ion battery industry. We'll be back in just a minute with another segment. For right now, this is Matt Roush.
And Mike Brennan.
And you're listening to the M2 TechCast.
Traditional four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life. But LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs, too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.